All right, hi, my name is Daniel Levy. I want to give you a class today about negativity and how to get rid of negativity. The reason I'm doing this is I would like that whatever benefits come from this, that they help the healing of Rabbi ARush, the holy mystic and sage in Jerusalem, to heal and to promote his teachings. He taught that he wants everybody in the world, so that's you, me, and everybody, to take time every day to pray for love among people. Sounds pretty basic. Okay? But the truth is we have so much negativity to so many people. Think for a minute. If you just took 10 minutes and made a list of every person, current and past, that triggers you, that when you think about it, you don't have personal peace towards them, right? You don't have personal peace towards them. We feel not at peace to many, many people. And to pray that each of us uproot from our hearts the negativity. I once heard him in a lecture, a recorded lecture, say, anyone who hates another Jew is not my student. Now, I'm sure he was just talking about his community. It would apply to people at large. I would like to be one of his students, which means that I have to get rid of, any vestiges of hatred that are left in my heart. Otherwise, I don't merit to be his student. So how are we going to do that? There are many tools, and he's urging everyone to work on it and pray, and that's one of the reasons I also want to share this with you today. So why is this so important? Our tradition teaches that the first temple was destroyed because of the three cardinal sins of illicit relations, murder, and idolatry. Idolatry, murder, and forbidden relationships in the Bible. And the second temple was destroyed, and it's been destroyed for a lot longer, for 2,000 years, because of baseless hatred, sinaat chinam. But sinaat chinam basically means hating someone for no reason. What does that mean? Let's translate that into my modern parlance. That means that I have negativity in my heart to other people that is not logical, that does not make sense in terms of, it's not justifiable. It doesn't have a basis. It's chinam, no basis. So, if it has no basis, that means I have all these irrational negativities to so many people. And I will tell you as a therapist, 10 years, thousands and thousands of sessions, I can testify, I here solemnly swear on nothing, that I don't know if I ever met anyone, although I'm biased, who doesn't have massive number of negativities to many other people. Now, if we think for a minute that the higher power created each person and loves everyone like a child, that means I'm hating all my brothers and sisters in my family. I'm a father now of 6, and I'm telling you, it bothers me so much when my children don't like each other. So we know that the temple was destroyed for this. And we recently came off a holiday where students, holy students of the mystic and sage, I don't know if it was a mystic, but the sage saintly Rabbi Akiva, I think it was 25,000 students who died of his because they had negativity towards their co-student mate, so the person who they were learning with. And these were very special, high-level people. So we see that having goodness and good character and good feelings to other people is absolutely essential. Also, our tradition teaches the derech eretz kadma l'Torah, that if you want to acquire this God's wisdom, God's word, and you want to be able to get it in your heart, you need to have derech eretz. Derech eretz means the way of the land. Means the way of the land. And the land means being in the world, being a normal person, being a nice person, being a considerate person, a patient person, a loving person, a generous person. And so the stage of basically, pardon me, one second. I gotta deal with this. Just a little more, shed a light on it. Here you go. I want to make it look right for you guys. That'll get rid of my bags, man. I guess they ain't going anywhere. They ain't going anywhere, so forget it. All right. You know, it's weird to see yourself being filmed, but okay, get over it. So the point is that a prerequisite to graduating to a real high spiritual level, a real high religious saintly level of holiness, is that a person's worked on their heart, on their mind, and in their relationships to overcome negativity that results in all kinds of negative character traits and negative responses to other people and patterns. So think about it for a minute. Who among us does not have so much negativity to other people? So many triggers, so many patterns, so many things. So I thought maybe I can help out the Rabbi's campaign by beginning to teach and share about negativity and emotionally in relationships and how to possibly overcome it with spiritual and emotional tools. And that's what this class in the beginning of hopefully a series is. Basically, how to uproot the chinam from within us, how to get rid of the hatred and negativity that does not belong within us. It has no basis. It has no basis in us. It has no foundation in us. It doesn't belong. What do we do? And how do we get rid of this? The rabbi is telling us to pray, 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 so that we can get God's grace and God's help quickly to uproot this. That's the best idea. I want to mix in other self-growth work that you could do. First off, let's start with one very important concept. The soul, a person, a mind body, is really a garment. The personality is around the person. The personality is not the person. The body's not the person, and the brain and the personality are not the person, but it integrates seamlessly with this thing we'll call a soul, a self. So some of you listening might think of it as a higher self, as the true you, your authentic self. That self is us. And all the holy people, and really in every tradition, teach us that that's who we really are. So I want to give over this one idea first. When I'm looking at a person, and all I'm seeing is, oh my God, I can't believe Bob is so impatient. What a jerk he is with his children. I'm not seeing the person. I'm seeing the personality. I'm not seeing the soul. I'm not seeing the true person in there. I'm seeing the personality. I'm not seeing the light that shines out from within them, giving them life and vibrancy. I'm only seeing the personality. But think about that for a minute. Who's the one in the delusion right now? Who's the one seeing only half the truth? Me and you and all of us. I'm only seeing the personality. I'm only seeing half the story. And if you only know half the story, your conclusion's going to be very erroneous, very distorted, and very off. That's the first thing. I don't see. I'm the one with the misperception. I am. And that itself is enough to work on for the next 5 years. So that's a concept just alone to remind myself, hey, anytime I have a negative thought or story about anybody else, I can stop and say, am I really seeing this person? Think about it for a minute. I always think about this in sessions. You have a best friend. Let's say your best friend, we have a best friend. The best friend's name is Tommy. Tommy is my best friend. Well, guess what? Tommy and I go way back. When Tommy does something asinine, totally disrespectful to other people, oh man, Tony, he did it again. Or I said, Tommy, he did it again. Oh man, I love that guy, but I wish he didn't do that. Okay? You see there's sort of like a love in there. There's a love, there's an appreciation, there's a care. But now, let's take Johnny. Johnny, the the Karate Kid. Remember that guy? So, and he does something. You don't know him. He's a neighbor. And he bullies kids in the neighborhood, let's say. Or he really acts like the tough guy. He does something like, who do you think you are, little twerp? But with a lot of other colorful language. Like, that's not okay. This guy's got a problem. He's disgusting. What are we going to do? So the hatred in that voice, in that tone, why is it not there with Tommy? Because I feel a closeness. I feel a connection. I'm connected to the warmth, to the goodness in Tommy. Because now I relate to him as my brother, as my friend. So all of a sudden, I'm actually seeing the soul within the personality. I'm seeing the person, not just the personality. But with Johnny in this thing, I'm saying, all I'm seeing is the personality. And I'm getting angry about it, decontextualized, and bringing more bad stuff into the world. And guess what? Don't walk away from here thinking I'm any different. Ask anyone in my life. I've been working and working. I'm going to keep working on overcoming my negativity. Got a long way to go. But I want to share this so we can all work on it together. So you can join me and we can work on it and we can work on overcoming it. So this will be the first tool in a series. And I'll maybe share some final thoughts. But I'll try to share more. If you're into this, give a thumbs up or like it. Join this list. Send us a message so I know it's something you would want. If you want something different, let us know. And we appreciate your time and listening. And there's also good publications. If you like, we will send you references and other things, articles. So the summary is, we got to get rid of baseless hatred from our hearts, from our world, because when the rabbis are teaching us, the holy people are teaching us, when we all do that collectively enough, we're going to have a messianic era. We're going to get a Messiah. We're going to bring about a much better time for everybody. And so let's do that. Let's use whatever tools we have, whatever situations we can. And today's idea, we're going to emphasize this again and again, is there's a personality around a person, around a soul, around your true self, around our true selves. And so when I'm looking at just the personality, I'm going to see a lot of negativity. And we all have it because we all have so many things that are deficient and defective and that need to grow. And if I'm just looking at that, and I'm discounting the positive, not seeing the person, and I'm going to really have some bad thoughts about that person. So the first is put the person back in the personality. We can call it that. Put the person back in the personality. Put the soul back inside the sack. Put the soul in the sack and the person in the personality, and give the person a chance to be like your brother and sister. Even if they've done wrong by you, they're still God's child. They're still your brother and sister, ultimately. And not so easy. Lots of questions. We'll get to them later. Have a good afternoon, and thank you for listening. So let's do that. Let's go improve the world in that particular way.